Well, hello, I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of the Shooting Show, and friends, welcome to today's program. It's a beautiful day out here on the range. Oh, I think the temperature is down to about 95 and the humidity is about 105%, but remember, there's not a bad day to be out shooting, just some are better than others. I'm holding a semi-automatic version of a real assault gun. This is, of course, a G3. 308 cartridge, 20-round box magazine. This makes Diane Feinstein literally come unglued to see a gun like this. Especially, it makes her come unglued to see it in the hands of a non-police type or a non-military type or a non-evil United Nations type. In the hands of a free America. What a concept. What a concept. Free America. A concept that we're losing. You know, friends, for this is our 11th year on the air. We have tried so hard for so long to make sense with gun owners, make sense with the shooting industry, and now we face the loss of another state. Now in California, there's new legislation coming up that will essentially outlaw the sale, even possession of handguns. The way they're going to do this, they're going to fix it so a handgun will have to have some sort of electronic mechanism in it to identify the owner as the proper person to fire the gun. Right now, there is no such technology. Colt Firearms got a big government grant worked on it, and they found out that garage door openers would turn it off. Or garage door, something simple like that. Trust me on this one. If there are electronic controls put into guns, there will be no ifs, no ands, no buts. There will be a master control code that the authorities, whoever it may be, can flip a switch and turn your gun off. This is not a joke. There will be, before the first one's ever sold, there will be a code to turn your gun off. And there are people out there. I heard a guy on a talk radio show. He said he was a moderate. Said he didn't believe people needed AK-47s or G3s. Didn't mention G3s. Didn't know enough about guns to know what a G3 was. This is a lot more gun than an AK-47. He didn't believe people needed it. He's a hunter. He's a hunter, which identifies him as a gun owner. And he is so stupid to think that the Second Amendment is about hunting. The Second Amendment is about keeping you and I and our families and our country free from a police state. Stupidity is rampant. It's rampant in the shooting industry. Some of these shooting organizations, that's what they say they are. They don't have shooters running them. And thankfully, we're sponsored in part by Gun Owners of America. Larry Pratt actually shoots guns. While the other heads of gun owner organizations, supposedly, are out playing golf on the weekend. Nothing wrong with golf. But Larry's out shooting guns and machine guns. Good for him, good for us. You know, friends, it's hard. It's been very hard. Many of you have helped us stay on the air. And we're still here because of you and some sponsors. We're going to ask you again, if you buy a product of the shooting industry, drop a note to whatever manufacturer says, hey, why aren't you supporting the shooting show? Because here's the deal, friends. It's here again. We had some people thought that we could just go back to sleep. Bush, president now, he's a good old boy, go back to sleep. No, no, no. Tom Daschle is a leader in the Senate. You realize if the Senate ratifies this anti-gun treaty from the United Nations, you realize that we will all be tagged and targeted as gun owners, and all these guns will be given a barcode so they can have a satellite there that will tell them on a moment's notice where the guns are in the world. Now, friends, this is going to be proposed. It's already drafted for the evil United Nations. Now, if we don't stop it, they're gonna do it. You know how we can stop it? By reaching more Americans on TV. The battle is going to be won or lost here on television. Right now it's being lost. We're the #1 gun show on TV. We don't reach enough people because we don't have the money. And the industry, let me tell you what, saw an ad this week in the truck magazine. There's a set of tires and wheels in this truck magazine, and all these enthusiasts, a set of tires and wheels, you know what it costs? Over $5,000 for pickup truck wheels. Wait a minute. And people buy them. A few weeks ago, I see the cowboy action shooters. A lot of them show up with $100,000 worth of gear. They got a truck that costs $50,000. They got a $40,000 camper trailer, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of guns and clothes. You walk up to them and say, look, we need to reach Americans on TV. They say, what are you talking about? That's how ignorant our gun owners are. Now, friends, let me tell you what. I'm not crying wolf here. We've got to make some sense with the gun-owning public. We've got to make some converts to our side. We're not just going to lose our... It's really not about guns. These are just machines. They're freedom machines. The battle is about us keeping our legacy of freedom in this country. Now, we're going to lose it. You know why we'll lose it? We give it away. We give it away. I appreciate so much the help all you folks have done for us. We're still here. Barely. We're here. We've got to reach more people, friends. If the FFL holders would contribute $1 a month apiece, we could have a TV network. If the gun shops, if people, everybody had a federal firearms license, would contribute $1 a month, $1 a month, we could have a 24-hour-a-day television network promoting our values as Americans. We got to do it. If you buy a product, gun, whatever else, please call or write the company and say, why aren't you supporting the shooting show? You might add, if you people are so stupid as to believe that we're going to get out of this by the normal procedures and have our guns left, you'd be sadly mistaken. Friends, if you can help us stay on the air, our standard address shooting show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road, Dublin, Louisiana, zip code 71024. We need your help. Friends, we are at war. We're at cultural war. Freedom is the most often stolen human commodity in history. I want to protect mine and yours. Help us if you can. Let's get another show started. This is our Mossberg shotgun, and you know it has something that is very valuable. It has a folding stock on it. I keep telling people, well, certainly in California, you're not going to be able to own handguns in a relatively short amount of time. So you can always put a folding stock on your shotgun. Someone said, well, Johnny, can you shoot the thing? Well, we'll see about that. Let's start another shooting show.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Friends, this is the new Georgia Arms 20th anniversary catalog. Of course, has a memorial there to our good friend Jim Clark there on the cover. This is a terrific catalog from the finest ammunition maker in the United States. They have all kinds of great prices on all sorts of ammunition: 243 Winchester, 270s, 7.62 by 39 Russian, all kinds of great stuff. They've even got 308 tracers, 30-06 tracers, all kinds of neat stuff here in this great new Georgia Arms catalog. They have components if you want to load your own ammo, and look here, we've got the shooting show in our new 460 Rowland kit on sale as well. Georgia Arms has the best prices for custom grade ammunition that I'm aware of in the United States, and guess what else? They're helping to support our shooting show. Friends, give them a call today. Free phone call, free catalog, 1-800-624-6861, 1-800-624-6861, Georgia Arms, and please remember to tell them that you heard it and saw it here on our program. Ladies and gentlemen, go recognize Karen Howell. Karen, I appreciate you coming down.
Thanks.
Warm enough today. You got a lot of hair. It's warm. Anyway, I appreciate your assistance today, because this is really important, friends. If you don't have your tape machine going, please turn it on, because this is going to be something that you may want to pass on to your friends. So we'll give you just a second to get your tape machine going. You know, this is a 6-inch kitchen knife. Regular, I don't know, $2 or $3 discount store. Karen, you bought a kitchen knife like this, hadn't you?
Many of them.
Many of them. Well, I think a lot of us have, and they're on sale. There's not even a serial number on that knife. You know what? A knife just like this was used in an attack this past week by a crazy man in Japan. Killed 8 little kids. 8 little kids. Well, you know, we had our G3 on a little bit earlier. I don't remember hearing about it. Let me tell you, if there had been a mass killing by anybody in the world with an AK-47 or an SKS or an AR-15 or a G3, we'd have heard about it. Not one in the world. In a while. Not one in the world. Except governments do it sometimes. But you know, if you remember, Patrick Purdy, in perspiration, well, I'm sweating out here, running my eyes. Patrick Purdy was an old boy out in California a few years ago, and got salt down my eyes. Bear with me. He went on to a schoolyard and he shot some little kids, killed 4 or 5 little kids. You know, friends, President Bush I deleted an entire class of rifle. That's where all this semi-automatic hogwash legislation came from. Patrick Purdy killed 4 or 5 kids, and people are rushing about saying, oh, it was a semi-automatic. Oh, that's why it was so devastating. It was semi-automatic. Let me tell you what. If old Purdy had a pump shotgun, 7-8 round, he could have killed a lot more kids. But this last week, a man took a kitchen knife like this one, killed 8 children, injured about 20 people. Now then, advantages to a knife. Doesn't have a magazine, never runs out of ammo, never does. Never does. How are you going to defend yourself against a knife? Brief demonstration here now. Karen, take this and keep it in the holster there. Okay. I'm going to use the blunt end of this.
Okay.
Now then, a lot of people think, well, if we take away the handguns, we'll have any handguns, won't be any more crime. Well, there's a lot of knives out there. And what about me? I weigh 100-something pounds more than she does. I'm a lot bigger, I got a lot more reach. Even if she's got a knife, and I've got a knife, and I'm on the attack, I'll reach and grab her hand, and then a weaker, smaller person is trying to defend herself against me and a knife. How are you going to defend with a knife? Let me tell you what, even Jim Bowie, one of the great knife fighters of all time, here's the problem. If you get close enough to stick something, you're close enough to get stuck. It works either way. Reach out with that, Karen, please. All right, reach over toward me. There's no edge here, okay. I've got a longer reach, Karen. I could literally put something through Karen, and I'm not even stuck because I have a longer reach. Do you want to be at the mercy of some criminal, some hoodlum, and you're in a knife fight. You know, knife fighting is a very intricate skill. And even the best of them usually get cut up a little. Boy, he almost died because in a knife fight that he won. Do we want to come to this? And you know what? You can bring a knife to a gunfight, it'll be your last one. There is no contest here. There is no contest. Show you something else. Now then, let's say that I'm as good as old Chuck Norris on karate. Say that I am. Maybe. I'm not, but maybe. All right, maybe I'm the equivalent of a Filipino knife fighter with some of the best or worst in the world, however how you want to say it. What about multiple opponents? Well, here I am, slashing away. Maybe I can keep them back from me. What about her? What about guy number 3 that may be standing here next to your loved one or your parent or your neighbor or somebody you don't even know? What you gonna do while you're trying to defend yourself against them? What about the person who maybe has her or whoever it might be hostage? What you gonna do then? Well, first of all, you're gonna lose the hostage. At this point, this person over here has been effectively eliminated. Now, if you've got a gun, you have a chance. In fact, you can, because of speed, unloaded here, 2, 3, bang, bang, and then a competent shot. One, if you're shooting his 2 compadres, this guy's probably going to want to run for it anyway. So people can say they can get their golf clubs, they can get whatever else. Oh yeah, somebody breaks in, I'm going to hit them with this hammer. Yeah, right. If they've got a knife or a gun, you're out of the game. Out of the game. And what if someone comes in the middle of the night? A lot of home invasions going on now around the country. What if someone comes in the middle of the night? Let's say you are a tough guy. Suppose there's only one of them. Well, you're awakened with somebody right above you like this here. That's not a sight that we want to wake up to, is it? Or somebody in your room. I had a friend, local town. Her little dog barked about 3 o'clock in the morning. She opened her eyes, and there is a man standing at the end of her bed who is armed. She was still half asleep, but she had enough to grab, enough conscious to reach over on the nightstand and grab her revolver, and she got a shot off. Let me tell you what, she didn't hit the guy, but she didn't have to go to the hospital for her injuries either, because he was gone. How in the world? It is so hard for people in our society to miss the practical value of firearms, especially handguns, Right. If the police didn't feel or find them useful, why would the police carry handguns? It's really not hard, friends.
Stay tuned for more of The Shootin' Show after these important messages.
How we view government has a profound effect on our liberties. Our founding fathers looked upon government as a shield to protect individual liberties. Most of our politicians today look upon government as the engine for doing good. These contrasting views of government are described masterfully in a very important book entitled The Tyranny of Good Intentions: How Prosecutors and Bureaucrats Are Trampling the Constitution in the Name of Justice. It's written by Paul Craig Roberts and Lawrence Stratton. The tradition of English liberty, of the law as a shield to protect individual liberties, traces back to Alfred the Great in the 9th century. The notion of the law as an instrument of the policy of the rulers was articulated by, among others, Jeremy Bentham, a 17th century political philosopher. The Tyranny of Good Intentions describes how the communists made the law a weapon of the ruling elite. A process to seek justice was consciously rejected in place of a process to achieve the political objectives of the Communist Party. With that in mind, the authors paint a very disturbing picture of the perversion of the legal process in the United States that is now operating all too much like that of the Soviet Union. One of the more visible abuses of the law in our day is the ever-expanding number of reasons why police agencies are allowed to take people's cash, cars, houses, and other property without a warrant and without ever pressing charges. Justified in the name of giving police and prosecutors effective crime-fighting tools, in reality this has become a license to steal because the proceeds of confiscation go to the very officers who carry out the forfeiture. What is the end of this? Well, consider that one of the most horrifying features of totalitarian government is the concentration camp. Jeremy Bentham believed that people who might, because of their economic and social status, commit a crime should be apprehended and reformed through heavy labor. Hitler and Lenin must have had Bentham on their nightstand. So too might today's English Prime Minister Tony Blair. He is proposing that the government be allowed to confine people proactively based on the fears of their potential danger to society. The Bible says that only God knows the hearts of men. Our Benthamite politicians obviously believe that they share that divine knowledge. We, the people, better be alert to these issues when we vote, or our liberties will have all vanished in the name of good government. From Washington, this is Larry Pratt for Gun Owners of America.
For more information on Gun Owners of America, friends, you can call them at 888-886-GUNS. That's 888-864-867. Or you can find them on the internet for constantly updated gun legislation that is pending. Gunowners.org on the internet. And now, friends, let's watch some more cowboy action shooting we shot recently in Montrose, Colorado. This is a particularly difficult drill. The shooter is riding a spring-loaded saddled barrel.
Yeah, bye. You were missed for a minute. It was next stage. Yeah. Long ways over there. Long ways over there. It sure is.
One-handed drill this style.
There's some steel out there somewhere. I screwed that up.
Notice how the shells fall free.
I missed that one too? No. Well, if you're gonna... Yeah, that's good. You may have screwed it up, but you get to a great stop, right?
About children who know how to shoot guns or taught gun safety, you don't have to worry about them misbehaving.
Take it off. Okay.
All right, let's watch her.
You're ready. Stand by.
Watch. Stand. Oh, look at the speed. And she is hitting his rifle. You ring every time. Watch. Now the handgun. Very rapid. Absolutely.
3-3-5-3. Clean.
Great.
My name is Randy Rogers. My alias is Holy Terror, and I'm from Durango, Colorado.
Well, you did some terrific shooting, Randy.
Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely. I know everyone's going to enjoy it. How old are you this year?
I am 14 this year.
And doing great. Well, lots of good luck to you.
Well, thanks.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
For folding stocks, for pistol grips, for regular stocks, for replacement stocks, for magazine extension tubes for your shotgun, for magazine replacement springs for your shotgun. How about the executive eye scraper, the executive letter opener, all from Choate Machine and Tool when you call for a free catalog. You can get the executive letter opener, a multi-purpose tool, or the executive eye scraper, a multi-purpose tool, for only your choice, only $2 when you call for a free Choate catalog. You can get both of them for $4, a $10 value. Friends, if you're a shooter or a gun owner, you need one of the Choate Machine and Tool Company catalogs. Call them today, 1-800-972-6390. In Ball Knob, Arkansas, they're helping to support our project. You need one of their catalogs. Again, 1-800-972-6390. And please remember to tell them that you saw it here on our show.
And now for our support group, friends, we have Custom Leatherwork and Saddlery in Denham Springs, Louisiana. We have Brooks Communication in Albuquerque, New Mexico. For grass shooting discipline information as well as League of the South information, we have Dennis Crocker Firearms Training there in South Carolina. For heavy equipment rentals, we have Gearlings Equipment Rentals there in Southern California. And we have Mike and Sherry Harris Pilot Services and Consulting. They're also there in South Carolina. Friends, we certainly appreciate you being with us on the program today. We look forward to seeing you on the next shooting show.